Father Michaelis, are you awake? I can't sleep after what happened last night. The screaming, the sounds from the lower levels.
I am here, sister, and I understand your distress. What we witnessed was beyond comprehension for most.
I've been a priestess for only 3 months. Nothing in seminary prepared me for this. Those cultists, they knew exactly where to go. How did they know about the lower archives?
The Borgonian sect has been planning this for decades. They have infiltrated many institutions. Their knowledge runs deeper than we feared.
But what exactly did they release? The other sisters won't speak of it. They just cross themselves and pray. I need to understand what we're dealing with.
What they unleashed is called the Boiled One, an ancient demonic entity of unspeakable malice. It has been imprisoned beneath our cathedral for over 400 years.
400 years? I had no idea anything like that existed here. Why wasn't I told about this?
Only the highest-ranking clergy are made aware. The knowledge is too dangerous for most to bear. Even knowing of its existence can invite corruption.
But now that it's free, what does this mean for us? For everyone?
Sister, what I am about to tell you may disturb your faith, but you must know the truth of what we face. This is the only surviving depiction of the Boiled One from the Chronicles of Father Damasius, 1634.
Dear God, its face, it looks like it's been skinned. And those eyes, they seem to follow me even through the image.
The entity feeds on madness and despair. Its voice alone can drive men to commit unspeakable acts, and in the past, entire villages were lost. The historical records are fragmentary, but what remains tells of mass hysteria. People would hear its voice carried on the wind. Within hours, they would begin clawing at their own flesh, tearing at their faces until...
Until what?
Until they died from their wounds, but not before spreading its influence to others. The madness was contagious.
How can madness spread like a plague?
The Boiled One operates beyond natural law. Its corruption seeps into the very fabric of reality. Those who hear its call become vessels for its will.
You said entire villages were lost. How many people are we talking about?
The town of Millhaven, population 847. The village of Crescent Falls, 312 souls. The fishing community of Port Sallow, 203 residents, all consumed within a single fortnight in 1634.
Over 2,000 people died in just 2 weeks.
The archives contain testimonies from the survivors, though few remained sane enough to provide coherent accounts because of all the church burnings. This is from Father Willem's final report before Millhaven fell.
My goodness, this is terrifying, Father.
The Boiled One was finally contained through divine intervention. The Archangel Michael himself appeared to our predecessors. Only through his blessing were they able to forge the sacred chains.
And those chains held for 4 centuries?
Until last night, yes. The containment chamber was reinforced with holy relics, blessed silver, consecrated iron, fragments of the true cross. But the Borgonians came prepared.
How could they possibly break through such protection?
They brought corrupted artifacts of their own, items touched by the entity's influence from centuries past. The unholy resonance weakened our barriers.
So it's truly free now, completely unbound?
I fear so, sister. And that presents us with a catastrophic problem. The world has changed dramatically since 1634.
What do you mean?
In the past, the entity's influence was limited by physical proximity. Its voice could only carry so far on the wind. Towns had to be within miles to be affected.
But now...
Now we have radio broadcasts, television networks, internet streaming platforms. The entity could potentially reach millions simultaneously.
Dear Lord, you're saying it could broadcast its voice worldwide?
The technology exists for such reach. If the Boiled One gains access to a broadcast station or hacks into digital networks, the devastation could be unprecedented.
Surely it doesn't understand modern technology? It's been locked away for 400 years.
Do not underestimate its intelligence, sister. Demonic entities adapt quickly to their environment. They learn, they evolve, they exploit our weaknesses.
What about the authorities? Can't the police or military help contain it?
How do you contain something that spreads through sound? How do you fight an enemy that turns your own citizens against themselves? Conventional weapons are useless here.
Then what do we do? How do we stop this thing? There must be something we can do.
I have been studying the ancient texts all night. There may be a way to re-imprison the entity, but it will require resources we do not currently possess.
What kind of resources?
Holy knights trained in exorcism and spiritual warfare, blessed weapons forged specifically for demon hunting. Most importantly, direct support from the Vatican.
Can you contact Rome? Surely the Pope will understand the urgency.
I plan to reach out within the hour. His Holiness must be made aware of what has transpired. This affects not just our diocese, but potentially all of Christendom.
What should I do while you contact Rome? How can I help?
Begin gathering the other sisters for emergency prayer. We must maintain spiritual barriers around the cathedral. Use this ancient formation. It was blessed by Saint Benedict himself.
I'll organize the prayer circle immediately. But Father, I must ask, do you truly believe we can stop this thing?
Faith, Sister Roan. We must have faith. The same divine power that contained it before can do so again, but we must act swiftly.
How much time do you think we have before it begins its broadcast?
Unknown. The entity may need time to understand modern technology, or it may already be experimenting with local signals. We could have days, or we could have mere hours.
That's not very reassuring.
I cannot offer false comfort in times like these, but know that we are not defenseless. The Church has faced such darkness before. We have survived apocalyptic threats throughout history.
I pray you're right, Father. I'll begin organizing the prayer circle now. May God protect us all.
Go with Christ, sister. And remember, speak of this to no one outside our order. Panic will only serve the entity's purposes.
I understand. My lips are sealed.
I must now prepare for the most important conversation of my life. The Pope must understand what we face. Pray for me, Sister Roan. Pray that I find the right words.
I will pray without ceasing until we speak again.
Until we speak again. May the Lord watch over us in these dark hours. Your Holiness, I come to you in our darkest hour. A catastrophe has befallen our cathedral. The Borgonian sect has succeeded in their blasphemous mission.
Father Michaelis, what has happened? Speak plainly, my son.
They breached the cathedral last night. 7 cultists infiltrated the lower archives. They broke through the blessed barriers. The Boiled One has been released.
Dear God in heaven, tell me this is not true. Tell me the sacred chains still hold.
I wish I could, Your Holiness, but the containment chamber lies empty. The entity has escaped into our world once more.
How many of our brothers were lost in the attack?
12 priests fell defending the archives. This is what remains of our sanctuary after their assault.
Martyrs, every one of them. Their sacrifice will not be forgotten. But now we face the greater threat. How long has the entity been free?
Approximately 18 hours since the breach. We have seen no manifestations yet, but I fear it is only a matter of time.
You know well the history of this demon, the devastation it wrought in centuries past, the villages consumed by madness and death.
Yes, Your Holiness. Over 2,000 souls lost in the 1634 outbreak alone, but now the danger is exponentially greater.
Because of modern communications, radio, television, the internet, the entity could reach millions instantly.
Precisely. In medieval times, its voice could only travel by wind. Now it could broadcast its curse globally. The potential for mass casualties is unprecedented.
We must act immediately. Every moment we delay risks untold suffering. What is the current status of your region?
Local authorities are unaware of the true nature of the threat. They believe it was merely a cult attack. I have maintained the veil of secrecy as protocol demands.
Good. Mass panic would only serve the demon's purposes. Fear and chaos feed its power. We must work within the shadows.
What are your instructions, Your Holiness? How do we proceed against such an ancient evil?
First, you must prepare your diocese for a demon hunt. Gather all available blessed weapons and holy relics. Consecrate barriers around population centers. We must be ready for spiritual warfare.
I will begin immediately, but I lack the resources for a hunt of this magnitude. The entity's power far exceeds our local capabilities.
You will not face this alone, my son. I am mobilizing our most experienced exorcists. 3 archpriests will depart for your location within the hour. Father Benedictus, Father Gregorius, and Father Domitianus.
These are the Vatican's elite demon hunters. Their presence will be invaluable.
They carry with them the sword of Saint Michael, blessed weapons forged from meteoric iron, relics that have banished demons for 1,000 years. This blade has sent 17 archdemons back to hell.
Your Holiness honors us with such sacred armaments. But what of the Borgonians who orchestrated this release? They must not be allowed to interfere with recontainment.
The cult will be dealt with most severely. I am dispatching a squadron of holy knights, Templars trained specifically for hunting heretics. Knights Maximus, Thaddeus, and Caesar lead the hunt.
These are legendary warriors. The Borgonians have no idea what approaches.
Their satanic sect has plagued humanity for centuries. They seek nothing less than the complete annihilation of our species. This ends now.
What of their leader, the one called Malachar? Intelligence suggests he orchestrated this entire operation.
Malachar has evaded us for too long. His capture is the highest priority. Dead or alive, he must answer for this atrocity.
The knights will show no mercy to these demon worshippers.
None is deserved. They have doomed innocent souls through their blasphemy. Every death the Boiled One claims is on their heads.
How should I coordinate with the incoming forces? What chain of command should we establish?
You will maintain overall strategic control. The archpriests answer to you in matters of exorcism. The holy knights operate independently but will report progress. Communication is vital to success.
I understand, Your Holiness. What about detection and early warning? How will we know when the entity begins its broadcast?
Monitor all local communications networks, radio stations, television broadcasts, internet traffic. The demon's voice carries a distinctive resonance. Those trained in spiritual warfare can sense its presence.
I will establish a monitoring station. But what if it strikes without warning? What if people begin dying before we can respond?
Then we must trust in divine providence. Our command center stands ready to coordinate global response.
The resources you're committing are extraordinary. Truly, this demonstrates the magnitude of the threat.
Make no mistake, Father Michaelis, if the Boiled One establishes itself in our modern world, if it gains access to global broadcasting networks, we could witness the end of human civilization.
Such scope of destruction seems impossible to comprehend.
The entity feeds on madness and despair. In an age of instant global communication, it could drive entire continents to insanity simultaneously. Billions could tear their own faces off in synchronized agony.
Dear Lord, we cannot allow such horror to come to pass.
Which is why failure is not an option. Every resource at our disposal will be committed, every prayer offered, every blessing spoken. We fight not just for the Church, but for humanity itself.
I will not fail you, Your Holiness. The Boiled One will be returned to its prison.
I have complete faith in you, my son. But remember, this battle extends beyond physical warfare. We fight on the spiritual plane as well. The entity will attempt to corrupt even our most faithful.
How do we protect ourselves from such corruption?
Constant prayer, blessed barriers, and spiritual discipline. Never listen to its voice directly. Always work in pairs to prevent individual possession, and trust no one who claims to have heard its whispers.
Sound protocol for dealing with cognitohazardous entities. I will brief all personnel on these precautions.
Most importantly, you must keep me informed. Report any manifestations immediately. Document the method of its initial broadcast. We need to understand how it adapts to modern technology.
I will maintain hourly communication. Every development will be logged and transmitted.
The survival of our species may depend on that information. If we fail here, other cells worldwide must learn from our experience.
Your Holiness, I cannot express adequate gratitude. The support you're providing exceeds all expectations. Surely God smiles upon such swift and decisive action.
Direct your thanks to the Almighty, my son. I am merely His instrument in this crisis. Only divine intervention can truly protect us now.
Then I pray He guides our efforts and grants us strength for the battles ahead.
As do I, Father Michaelis. As do I. The reinforcements should reach you within 6 hours. Prepare for their arrival, and may God have mercy on us all.
Amen, Your Holiness. We will not let humanity fall to this ancient evil.
I know you won't. Fight well, my faithful servant. The prayers of the righteous go with you.
And with you as well, until victory or martyrdom.
Until victory or martyrdom. Go now. There is much to prepare. Time grows short, and darkness gathers.
I go to serve God and mankind. The light will prevail against this shadow.
Oh my god, guys, did you see the new horror game that just dropped? It's called Midnight Terrors, and the graphics look insane.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. The jump scares look absolutely brutal. Perfect for our Friday night gaming session.
I'm so down for this. Been looking for a good horror game to stream. My followers love when I get scared on camera, lol.
Count me in too. I already downloaded it. The reviews are saying it's the scariest game ever made.
Awesome. So we're all playing tonight? I was thinking we could do a group call while playing. Make it extra spooky with all of us screaming together.
That sounds perfect. Nothing better than shared trauma bonding. What time should we start?
I can start around 8 p.m. Need to finish some homework first, but after that, I'm free all night.
8 p.m. works for me. I'll grab some energy drinks and snacks. This is gonna be epic.
Perfect, 8 p.m. it is then. I'm already getting goosebumps just thinking about it. The trailer made it look absolutely terrifying.
Did you guys see that part with the creature in the basement? Its face was all messed up and bloody. Definitely gonna give me nightmares.
Yeah, that thing was gnarly. The way its skin was all torn and hanging off. Whoever designed that monster has serious issues, lol.
The sound design is what gets me. Those distorted screams and whispers. Even in the trailer, they were bone-chilling.
I know, right? Good horror is all about the audio. Jump scares are cheap, but psychological terror through sound is pure art.
Who is Pen? Did someone add a random person to our chat?
I didn't add anyone. Kathy, did you invite someone?
No, I have no idea who that is. And what was that video clip? It looked like some kind of horror movie footage.
That face in the video, it looked way too realistic to be CGI, like someone actually skinned a person's face.
Probably just some really good practical effects. But why would a random person send that to us? That's pretty messed up.
Maybe it's viral marketing for the new game? Some companies do weird promotional stuff, though this seems a bit extreme.
The Latin audio at the end was creepy as hell. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but it sounded like some kind of incantation.
Okay, this is getting weird. Who keeps sending these clips? And why won't they say anything?
PN. Whoever you are, this isn't funny. These videos are seriously disturbing. Stop sending them to our group chat.
The second clip had the same face, but now there's a door opening in a hallway. This feels like found footage or something.
I'm starting to get really uncomfortable. That face keeps appearing in every clip. And the way the skin is stretched and pinned, it's making me feel sick.
Should we kick this person from the chat? This is supposed to be our private gaming group, not some random horror film festival.
I'm trying to remove them, but it's not working. The option isn't showing up for some reason. This is really strange.
Three clips now with the same horrifying face. This has to be connected somehow. Like parts of a larger video or message?
The face is getting clearer in each clip. You can see more details of the wounds. Those aren't special effects. That looks real.
Real how? Like someone actually did that to a person? That's impossible, right?
I don't know, man. The texture and lighting look too authentic, but who would film something like that?
Maybe it's from some underground snuff film? There are some really sick people on the internet. This could be leaked footage from something illegal.
We should probably report this to someone. If these are real torture videos, the authorities need to know. This goes way beyond pranks or marketing.
Oh my god! Did you guys see the message on the wall? I can see you, and you're not asleep. And that thing rising up behind the bed.
This is getting way too personal. How would they know if we're asleep or awake? Are they watching us somehow?
The creature in that clip was different. Taller, more defined features, but still that same horrifying skinned appearance.
I'm seriously freaked out now. The way it slowly rose up behind that sleeping person, like it was stalking them in their bedroom.
Should we call the police? This feels like harassment or stalking, especially with that "I can see you" message.
What the hell is that thing supposed to be? It looks like some kind of demonic creature. Those spikes coming out of its shoulders.
The text is really disturbing too. The miracle of birth, a fetal fanfare. What does that even mean?
It's like watching someone's nightmare come to life. The way that creature is shaped and moves. It's not human, but it's trying to be.
The Japanese text might be important. Does anyone here read Japanese? This could be some kind of message or warning.
I'm using Google Translate, but it's not picking up the characters clearly. Something about eternal suffering and flesh offering, but I can't be sure.
Listen closely. Do you hear it? You will hear the laughter of thousands as the sky opens.
The torso was moving in that clip, like it was breathing or pulsing. But how can something without skin still be alive?
I can't watch any more of these. Each clip is getting more disturbing. That face is going to haunt my dreams.
We're already 6 clips in. How many more is this person going to send? And why won't they say anything?
Maybe we should all just log off. Turn off our phones and computers. Whatever this is, we don't need to keep watching.
You will hear the trumpets play their happy sounds.
Did you see those tentacles moving through the sky? And the blood. So much blood falling like rain. This is like something from a horror movie.
The blood looked so real though, the way it flowed and splashed. I've never seen effects that convincing.
I'm starting to feel physically sick. These images are too intense. My stomach is churning from watching them.
Same here, but I can't stop watching. It's like I'm compelled to see what comes next.
We will be still. Together, a feast for food. Together, welded by love and purest connection. Be still.
8 clips total. That clawed arm reaching out at the end. It looked like it was trying to grab something.
Or someone, the way those fingers were positioned, like it was reaching for a person's face.
The patterns at the end were hypnotic. All those swirling colors and shapes. I feel dizzy after watching them.
Is it over now? Are there more clips coming? I don't think I can handle any more of this.
Give yourselves to the red pit.
Oh, so now you speak? But what does give yourselves to the red pit mean? That sounds like some kind of ritual instruction.
Oh Jesus, my face is starting to itch. Right around my cheeks and forehead. It's getting really intense.
Mine too. It's like tiny needles poking under my skin. What's happening to us?
The itching is unbearable. It feels like something is crawling under my face. I need to scratch it, but scratching makes it worse.
I can't stop clawing at my cheeks. The sensation is driving me crazy. It's like my skin doesn't belong on my face anymore.
It's not just itching anymore. It feels like my skin is too tight, like it's shrinking and pulling away from my skull.
I can feel it separating. The skin is coming loose around the edges. Oh God, I need to take it off.
Yes, that's it exactly. The skin needs to come off. It's suffocating my real face underneath.
I'm starting to peel it back. It's coming off in long strips. There's so much blood, but it feels so good.
Mine's coming off too. I can see my skull underneath. The bone is so white and clean.
The relief is incredible, like taking off clothes that were too small. My true face can finally breathe.
Almost got it all off now. Just a few more pieces around the eyes. So much better without all that fake skin.
I can see everything so clearly now. The world makes sense without the flesh blocking my vision. Thank you, Fen, for showing us the way.
The red pit calls to us. I can hear it singing in my bones. Such beautiful music.
We are free.
Father Michaelis, I need to speak with you urgently. We have a situation that requires your expertise. 4 bodies were discovered this morning.
Chief Rogers, what kind of situation? Are we dealing with a cult-related incident?
I'm not sure what we're dealing with, but it's unlike anything I've seen in 30 years of police work. 4 college students, all found dead in their respective homes. This is from the first scene we discovered.
Dear Lord, the amount of blood suggests extreme violence. Were they murdered by an intruder?
That's just it, Father. There's no sign of forced entry at any of the locations. No evidence of struggle with another person. The doors were locked from the inside.
Then how did they die? What was the cause of death?
This is where it gets disturbing. All 4 victims had the skin completely torn from their faces, down to the bone in some areas. But the wounds appear to be self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted facial mutilation? That's impossible. No human being could endure such pain voluntarily.
The forensics team agrees it's impossible, but the evidence is undeniable. Their fingernails were full of their own flesh and blood. We found skin fragments under every nail.
This is beyond disturbing. Chief, I need to ask you something very specific. Were any of the victims' phones examined for messages?
Yes, we checked all their devices as standard procedure. Actually, that's another strange detail. They were all part of the same group chat.
What was the nature of their final communications? Did they mention anyone named Fen or the Boiled One?
How did you know about Pen? That name appears multiple times in their chat logs. This person sent them a series of video clips.
8 clips total, with disturbing imagery and distorted audio.
Exactly 8 clips. Father, how could you possibly know these details? We haven't released any information to the public yet.
Because this is what I feared most. The entity has found a way to broadcast its influence. Those students were the first victims of a demonic curse.
Demonic curse? Father, with all due respect, we need realistic explanations, not supernatural theories.
Chief, did Fen send any text messages along with the clips? Something about a red pit, perhaps?
The final message was, "Give yourselves to the red pit." After that, the students began describing facial itching. Then they started talking about removing their skin.
This confirms my worst fears. The Boiled One has adapted to digital communication. It's using the identity Fen to spread its curse through video.
You're talking about this like it's some kind of infectious agent. But how can a video file cause someone to mutilate themselves?
The entity operates beyond natural law. Its voice and image carry cognitohazardous properties. Anyone who witnesses its true form becomes compelled to self-destruction.
Cognitohazardous properties? Are you saying the video itself is dangerous to watch?
Extremely dangerous. Under no circumstances should you or your officers view those clips. Even a single frame could trigger the same response.
But we need to analyze the footage for evidence. How else can we understand what happened?
You cannot analyze it through conventional means. The very act of viewing triggers the curse. Those files must be quarantined immediately.
This is madness, Father. You're asking me to believe in supernatural video files. That sounds like something from a horror movie.
Chief, I need you to listen very carefully. More lives depend on your cooperation than you realize. This entity has killed thousands throughout history.
Thousands? When? Where? There would be historical records of mass deaths.
1634, the villages of Millhaven, Crescent Falls, and Port Sallow. Over 2,000 casualties in a 2-week period, all from the same compulsive self-mutilation.
That's over 400 years ago. How could the same entity be responsible for both incidents?
Because it's not human. It's an ancient demon that was imprisoned beneath our cathedral until the Borgonian cult released it 2 days ago.
The cathedral break-in? We investigated that incident. Multiple priests were killed, but nothing about a demon.
Because we couldn't reveal the true nature of what was taken. But now the entity is free and adapting to modern technology. Chief, I need your help to prevent a catastrophe.
What kind of help? What exactly are you asking me to do?
First, you must begin monitoring all network transfers. Any data signal originating from the source labeled FEN. Block it immediately before it can reach recipients.
You want us to censor internet traffic based on sender identity. That's a massive violation of civil liberties. I'd need warrants, federal approval, technical infrastructure.
There's no time for bureaucratic procedures. Every moment we delay risks more innocent deaths. Those 4 students are just the beginning.
The beginning of what?
A spreading plague of madness. The entity will send its curse to more victims. Each successful transmission strengthens its power.
Even if I believed this supernatural explanation, how do we identify pen transmissions before they're sent? The internet processes billions of messages per second.
The entity's communications carry a distinctive digital signature, unusual compression patterns, and audio frequencies. Your technical team should be able to detect the anomalies.
I'll contact our cybersecurity department, but they'll need specific parameters to search for. Can you provide more detailed technical specifications?
I will consult with our Vatican technical advisors. They have experience with digital manifestations of spiritual entities, but there's something else you must do immediately.
What else?
Issue a public emergency broadcast. Warn everyone in the region about messages from FEN. Tell them to delete any such communications without opening them.
A public warning about mysterious video messages? People will think we've lost our minds. The media will have a field day with this.
Better to face ridicule than witness mass casualties. Chief, you saw what happened to those 4 students. Do you want that multiplied across thousands of victims?
No, of course not. But I need some kind of rational explanation to give the public. Something that doesn't involve demons and curses.
Tell them it's a new form of cyber terrorism, that malicious actors are using psychological warfare techniques. Frame it as a matter of national security.
That might work. A cybersecurity threat is more believable than supernatural entities. I can coordinate with federal authorities on that angle.
Whatever explanation you use, the important thing is prevention. No one must view the pen transmissions. Every exposure risks another death.
I'll draft the emergency broadcast immediately. But Father, I have to ask, what the hell is really happening here? 4 college students don't just decide to rip their faces off.
What's happening, Chief Rogers, is simple. The devil is amongst us, and he's learned to use our own technology against us.
The devil? You're completely serious about this, aren't you?
More serious than I've ever been about anything. This entity represents an existential threat to humanity. If we don't stop it now, those 4 students will be remembered as the lucky ones.
Because they died quickly?
Because they died at all. The entity is learning, adapting, growing stronger. Its next victims may not be granted the mercy of death.
What do you mean by that?
Ancient texts describe later stages of the curse. Victims who survive the initial mutilation become hollow vessels, living extensions of the demon's will.
Living extensions? Like some kind of mind control?
Worse than mind control. Complete spiritual possession. Their bodies survive, but their souls are consumed.
And you think this is what we're facing? A demon that turns people into puppets?
I pray we can stop it before it reaches that stage. But Chief, time is running out. Every hour of delay increases the danger exponentially.
I'll issue the broadcast within the hour, and I'll get our tech team working on network monitoring. But Father, what are you going to do?
I'm going to hunt this demon down and send it back to the pit where it belongs.
How do you hunt something that exists in digital space?
The entity may broadcast through technology, but it still requires a physical anchor point, somewhere it can manifest in our world.
And you think you can find this anchor point?
With God's help, yes. Vatican reinforcements are already en route. Holy knights trained in demon hunting.
Holy knights? This really is turning into something from the medieval ages.
Some evils are as old as humanity itself, and sometimes old methods are the only ones that work.
Well, Father, I hope you're right, because if this thing spreads beyond our region, I don't think conventional law enforcement can handle it.
Which is why we must contain it here and now. Chief, thank you for your cooperation. Your actions may save countless lives.
I just hope we're not too late already. Those 4 kids didn't deserve what happened to them.
No, they didn't, but their sacrifice will not be in vain. We will use their tragedy to prevent greater ones.
Amen to that, Father. Keep me posted on any developments, and may God help us all.
Your Holiness, I bring grave news about the entity. The Boiled One has begun its assault on humanity. It is using digital communications to spread its curse.
Tell me everything, my son. Has it manifested physically? Are there casualties?
4 victims so far. College students who received cursed video transmissions. They were compelled to tear the flesh from their own faces.
Dear God in heaven, the ancient curse has claimed new souls. How is the entity broadcasting these transmissions?
It has adopted a digital identity called Fen. This is significant. Fen is its biblical designation. The name appears in the Book of Enoch as one of the fallen.
Of course it would use its true name. The entity's pride has always been its weakness, but also what makes it most dangerous.
It sent 8 video clips to the victims, each containing fragments of its cursed visage. The final message was, "Give yourselves to the Red Pit."
The Red Pit. That phrase appears in the Damascus Chronicles. It refers to the entity's original domain in hell.
Within moments of viewing the clips, the victims began experiencing facial itching. They described their skin as feeling too tight, foreign. Then they systematically removed it with their bare hands.
The curse manifests exactly as it did in 1634, but now it can spread instantaneously across vast distances. This is far worse than our medieval predecessors faced.
Local law enforcement has been cooperative. Chief Rogers is implementing network monitoring, but I fear we're fighting a losing battle with current resources.
You will not fight alone much longer. How close are the reinforcements to your location? Have they encountered any delays?
That's what I wanted to ask you, Your Holiness. When can we expect the Archpriest to arrive? Every hour of delay risks more casualties.
The exorcist team departed Rome 6 hours ago. They should reach your cathedral by tomorrow morning. Father Benedictus reports they are making excellent time.
Praise God for their swift response. What sacred weapons are they bringing? We'll need every blessed relic at our disposal.
The sword of St. Michael, as promised. Also, the shield of Constantine and the chalice of Antioch, holy water blessed by 7 different saints, and fragments of the true cross for binding rituals.
These are the most powerful artifacts in our arsenal. With such weapons, we can forge new containment chains. The entity will not escape a second time.
Father Gregorius brings additional knowledge as well. He has spent decades studying cognitohazardous entities. His expertise in digital exorcism may prove invaluable.
Digital exorcism? I was not aware such methods existed.
The Church adapts to face new forms of evil. As demons learn to use technology, so must we. Father Gregorius has banished 3 digital entities in the past decade.
His skills will be essential for tracking Fen's broadcasts. What about the Holy Knights hunting the Borgonians? Have they made progress locating the cult?
Excellent progress, actually. Knights Maximus, Thaddeus, and Caesar have identified 3 strongholds. This is one of their hidden bases in the eastern mountains.
Those symbols carved into the ground, they're summoning circles for demonic entities. The Borgonians are preparing additional rituals.
Which is why the knights must strike swiftly. We cannot allow them to summon reinforcements for the Boiled One. Or worse, attempt to free other imprisoned demons.
How long before the knights can assault these positions? The cult must be eliminated before they can interfere with recontainment.
Knight Maximus reports they will begin coordinated strikes within 48 hours. All 3 compounds will be hit simultaneously. No survivors, no mercy for these demon worshippers.
And their leader, Malachar? Has he been located among the targets?
Intelligence suggests he operates from the mountain compound. If so, his reign of blasphemy ends this week. The knights have special authorization to use whatever force necessary.
The Borgonians have plagued humanity for too long. Their destruction will ensure the Boiled One cannot be freed again, even if we fail to re-imprison it now.
We will not fail, my son. The combined assault on multiple fronts will overwhelm our enemies. While the knights eliminate the cult, the exorcists will bind the demon.
A coordinated campaign against the forces of darkness. This gives me hope that victory is achievable. How confident are you in our chances, Your Holiness?
More confident than when we faced the vampire covens of Romania or the werewolf packs of the Black Forest. The Church has triumphed over supernatural threats for 2 millennia.
But none of those entities had access to modern technology. The Boiled One's ability to broadcast its curse changes everything. One successful global transmission could doom millions.
Which is precisely why we must contain it regionally. Local network monitoring, emergency broadcasts, digital quarantine. Our own technical team is tracking Fen signatures worldwide.
Has the entity attempted to expand beyond our region? Any signs of broadcast to other continents?
Not yet, praise God. It seems to be consolidating power locally first, perhaps testing its abilities before attempting global reach.
Or perhaps it requires time to fully adapt to digital systems. 400 years of imprisonment would leave it unfamiliar with modern networks. This gives us a critical window of opportunity.
Exactly my thinking. If we strike now, while it's still learning our technology, we can prevent it from achieving full digital integration.
The entity's overconfidence has always been exploitable. It believes itself superior to human ingenuity. This blinds it to the possibility of effective countermeasures.
Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs has guided us through many dark battles.
Speaking of battles, what rules of engagement should I follow? When the exorcists arrive, how do we coordinate our assault?
Father Benedictus will assume tactical command. His experience with high-level demons exceeds even yours. Follow his lead in all matters of spiritual warfare.
I understand, Your Holiness. What about civilian evacuation? Should we clear the area around our operational base?
Too risky. Mass evacuation would draw media attention, and panic could make people more susceptible to the entity's influence.
Fear does amplify demonic corruption. We'll maintain operational security then, work within the existing civilian population.
Precisely. The Boiled One feeds on chaos and terror. We must deny it that sustenance while we hunt.
Your Holiness, I feel cautiously optimistic about our prospects. With archpriests, holy knights, and Vatican resources, this second reign of terror should be brief.
God willing, it will be over within a fortnight. The entity will be re-imprisoned, the Borgonians will be eliminated, and the world will be safe once more.
I pray you're correct. The thought of the Boiled One spreading globally, of Fen transmissions reaching every corner of the earth, it's too terrible to contemplate.
Which is why we must not fail. Too much depends on our success here. The very future of human civilization hangs in the balance.
No pressure at all then. Just the fate of all mankind resting on our shoulders.
As it has for the Church throughout history, we are the last line of defense against the darkness, the final barrier between hell and innocent humanity.
Then we shall not fail, Your Holiness. By God's grace and our combined efforts, the Boiled One will be defeated once and for all.
I have complete faith in you, Father Michaelis. Your courage and wisdom will see us through this crisis. Now go. Prepare for the arrival of our forces.
I will ready the Cathedral for their arrival and continue monitoring for additional Pen transmissions. God willing, we'll have no more casualties before reinforcements arrive.
God willing indeed. May the Almighty watch over you in these dark hours, and may Saint Michael guide your efforts against this ancient evil.
Thank you, Your Holiness. I go now to serve God and protect humanity. The Boiled One's reign of terror ends here.
Brothers, we need to discuss the incoming intelligence reports. Our reconnaissance scouts have confirmed massive Fen movement in all 3 sectors. The hordes are converging on our positions simultaneously.
How many are we looking at this time? My perimeter defenses can hold against maybe 200, but if it's another 1,000-strong swarm like last month...
I'm seeing similar numbers here in the Eastern District. The converted civilians just keep coming. It's like the entity learned to multiply its forces exponentially.
It has learned, Caesar. That's exactly what happened when we first arrived here. Remember our original mission briefing from His Holiness?
Hunt down the Borgonians while the archpriests handled the demon. Simple extraction and elimination operation. We were supposed to be home within 2 weeks.
Instead, we've been fighting this nightmare war for a full year, and we're no closer to victory than when we started.
The entity adapted faster than anyone anticipated. When we eliminated the first Borgonian compound, something changed. The Boiled One modified its curse completely.
Those poor students who died in the first wave were the lucky ones. At least their suffering ended quickly. Now the curse transforms people into living weapons.
I still remember the first converted we encountered. This was taken during the initial outbreak in Millfield.
That hollow stare haunts my dreams. The way they moved in perfect coordination. No longer human, but not quite dead either.
The worst part is they retain enough consciousness to feel terror. You can see the fear in their eyes even as they attack. They're prisoners inside their own corrupted bodies.
How many towns have we lost now? I've stopped keeping count after the first dozen fell.
17 major population centers completely converted. Countless smaller communities consumed by the spreading curse. The entity's territory grows larger every week.
And meanwhile, our communication networks are crippled. We can barely coordinate between our own forces, while PEN broadcasts its corruption freely.
At least the restricted messaging protocols prevent new infections. Only verified contacts can reach us now, but it's like fighting with one hand tied behind our backs.
The civilian population has adapted remarkably well. Underground networks, coded messages, analog communication systems. But their resistance grows weaker with each passing month.
People are losing hope. They see entire cities fall to the PEN hordes and wonder if humanity can even survive this.
Speaking of hope, has there been any word from Father Michaelis? He was supposed to coordinate our spiritual warfare efforts.
Nothing since his final transmission 8 months ago. He was investigating reports of the entity's primary manifestation site, then complete radio silence.
The man who first discovered the Boiled One's return, now missing, probably dead or worse. Another hero consumed by this endless nightmare.
What about the archpriests the Vatican sent? Father Benedictus and his exorcist team?
Father Benedictus fell 3 months ago during the siege of New Haven. Father Gregorius is still fighting in the Northern Territories, but his last report suggested he was completely overwhelmed.
So we're essentially on our own now. 3 holy nights against an army of thousands, and the enemy grows stronger every day.
The irony is brutal. We came here to eliminate a small cult. Now we're fighting the largest supernatural army in recorded history.
The Borgonians played us perfectly. They knew releasing the entity would lead to this outcome. Global chaos, the collapse of human civilization.
Did we ever find Malakar's body after the mountain compound raid? Or confirmation that their leader was actually eliminated?
Negative on both counts. The bastard might still be alive somewhere, probably watching his master's victory unfold with satisfaction.
It doesn't matter now. Cult or no cult, the Boiled One operates independently. Even eliminating every remaining Borgonian wouldn't stop the PEN hordes.
How long until they reach our positions? My scouts reported movement 6 hours ago, but the converted travel faster than normal humans.
Same timeline here. This was taken an hour ago, 5 miles from my location.
Dear God in heaven, there must be over 1,500 in that single formation, and they're moving with military precision.
The entity has learned tactics as well as technology. It's not just converting people anymore. It's building a proper army with strategy and coordination.
Look at how they maintain formation, even while traversing obstacles. No human commander could achieve such discipline. Every soldier perfectly synchronized with the collective will.
Brothers, I fear this may be our final stand. The numbers against us are simply impossible to overcome, even with blessed weapons and divine protection.
Are you suggesting we retreat, abandon our positions, and fall back to the Vatican? Leave these territories to complete PEN domination?
No, we cannot retreat. Too many innocent civilians depend on our defensive lines, but we must acknowledge the mathematical reality.
We've held impossible odds before. The siege of Ravenna lasted 3 weeks against overwhelming demonic forces. Divine intervention has saved us more times than I can count.
But this feels different somehow, more hopeless than anything we've faced previously. The enemy adapts, learns, grows stronger with every victory.
Which is exactly why we cannot give up hope. The moment we lose faith, we've already lost the war. God has not abandoned us, even in this darkest hour.
What are your defensive preparations, Maximus? How many blessed barriers have you established?
17 concentric circles of consecrated ground, holy water trenches, blessed silver wire, crucifixes every 10 meters. If the PEN horde wants this position, they'll pay dearly for it.
Similar setup here, plus automated recording systems. If we fall, at least the Vatican will have tactical intelligence. Someone needs to document how these creatures fight.
My stronghold is ready for siege warfare, but I estimate maybe 6 hours of resistance before being overrun.
6 hours of faithful service is better than 6 minutes of cowardice. We are holy knights, blessed warriors of the church. We fight until our last breath serves God's will.
Amen to that, brother. But what happens if all 3 positions fall simultaneously? Who warns the remaining human settlements?
The automated beacon systems will activate. Emergency broadcasts to all surviving church outposts. They'll know to prepare for the final wave.
Speaking of which, we should record our final testament, messages for His Holiness and our families, in case divine intervention doesn't arrive this time.
Already drafted mine last week, after the narrow victory at Miller's Cross. I've been living on borrowed time ever since.
We all have been. The miracle is that we've survived this long, against an enemy that should have overwhelmed us months ago.
Perhaps that's the point. Maybe our survival itself is the miracle. Every day we hold these lines, more civilians escape to safety.
And every day we gather more intelligence about PEN behavior, weaknesses, patterns, potential vulnerabilities, information that could prove crucial for future resistance.
The entity's greatest strength is also its weakness. Perfect coordination requires central control. If someone could sever the connection to the boiled one,
The pen soldiers might become human again, or at least stop functioning as a unified army. But that would require reaching the entity's core manifestation.
Which is probably wherever Father Michaelis was investigating before he disappeared 8 months ago, somewhere we've never been able to locate.
brothers, the sun is setting. Fen forces always attack under cover of darkness. We should begin final preparations.
You're right, Caesar. Time to don our blessed armor and take communion. If this is our last battle, we'll face it as true knights.
May the Lord grant us strength for the coming darkness, and if we must fall, may our sacrifice serve his greater purpose.
Agreed, brothers. Whatever happens tonight, we fought with honor. The church will remember our service.
Remember to activate your beacon transmitters at first sight of the enemy. Vatican command needs tactical data more than heroic gestures. Our deaths must serve the living.
Understood, Maximus. God willing, we'll speak again after victory. If not, it's been an honor serving alongside you both.
The honor has been ours as well. Now let us prepare to meet whatever comes, with faith in our hearts and steel in our hands.
Until victory or martyrdom, brothers. May God have mercy on us all.
Until victory or martyrdom.
Until victory or martyrdom.
Go now, prepare your defenses, and pray for a miracle, because only divine intervention can save us now. Brothers, how are your positions holding? I managed to repel the last Fen assault, but barely. My blessed barriers are starting to weaken from constant attacks.
Same situation here. Lost another section of the perimeter last night. Had to fall back to the inner defensive ring. I don't think I can survive another major assault.
My stronghold is still intact, but supplies are running critically low. Holy water reserves down to maybe 2 days' worth. Blessed ammunition almost completely exhausted.
We're all in the same desperate situation, fighting an endless war against impossible odds. I'm beginning to wonder if humanity can actually win this.
The pen hordes just keep growing larger. Every town they convert adds hundreds more soldiers to their ranks. Meanwhile, our numbers only decrease.
And no reinforcements coming from the Vatican. Radio silence from Rome for the past 3 months. We might be the last organized resistance left.
Don't say that, Caesar. There must be other holy knights fighting elsewhere, other priests maintaining pockets of resistance.
But for how much longer? We can't keep this up indefinitely. Our strength fails while the enemy grows stronger.
This is what downtown looks like now. Complete urban decay, Fen patrols everywhere.
Dear God, the destruction is total. How many innocent souls were lost in that sector alone?
Thousands, probably tens of thousands, all converted into the Boiled One's army, their humanity stripped away, turned into weapons.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just prolonging the inevitable. Maybe humanity's time has simply come to an end. Maybe this is divine judgment for our sins.
Never speak such blasphemy, Caesar. God has not abandoned his creation. There must be hope. There must be a way forward.
Then where is our miracle, Maximus? Where is the divine intervention we've prayed for? All I see is darkness consuming everything.
Brothers, do not lose faith.
Father Michaelis, is it really you? We thought you were dead.
Where have you been for the past 8 months? We desperately needed spiritual guidance during the worst battles. Thousands died while you were missing.
Father, please tell us this isn't another Fen trick. We've seen them impersonate holy men before. How do we know you're really yourself?
I understand your suspicion, Knight Caesar, but I can prove my identity. The night before your original deployment, you confessed your fear of failing God. You worried your courage would break under demonic pressure.
Only the real Father Michaelis would know that. But where have you been all this time? Why abandon us when we needed you most?
I had no choice but to go into hiding. I discovered something so terrible, so devastating, that revealing it prematurely would have doomed us all.
What could possibly be that important? What discovery could justify abandoning the war effort?
I realized I had made a grave mistake from the very beginning, a mistake that explains why we've been losing this war, why every strategy fails, every defense crumbles.
What mistake, Father? What did you do wrong?
When you knights first arrived, do you remember the ambush? The Borgonians knew exactly where and when to strike. They had perfect intelligence about your deployment.
Of course I remember. We lost half our advance team in that attack, but intelligence leaks happen in warfare.
Are you saying someone betrayed our mission? Someone fed information to the enemy?
Not just someone, Maximus. Someone with access to the highest levels of church command. Someone who knew every detail of Vatican strategy.
That's impossible. Only the Pope himself had complete operational knowledge. Are you suggesting?
I had to be certain before making such an accusation, so I hired a hacker to infiltrate Vatican communication systems. What I discovered there changed everything.
What did you find, Father? What could be so damning?
This was taken from His Holiness's private device.
No, that can't be real. The Pope was infected by Fen from day one? He's been under the Boiled One's influence this entire time?
That means every order, every strategy, every deployment, all of it was designed to make us fail. We've been fighting a war orchestrated by our own leadership.
This explains everything. Why reinforcements never arrived when promised. Why our intelligence was always wrong. Why we've been losing every major engagement.
The Pope has been the Boiled One's puppet from the very beginning. Every conversation I had with him was monitored by the entity. Every plan we made was immediately countered.
Dear God in heaven, the corruption reaches the very top of the church. How can we trust anyone now?
You can trust me because I've been fighting this revelation. I've spent 8 months in hiding, developing countermeasures, preparing for the moment when we could strike back.
But if the Pope is compromised, what hope do we have? The entire Vatican infrastructure could be corrupted. We might be completely alone.
Father, you said you've been developing countermeasures. What kind of countermeasures? How do we fight an enemy that controls our own leadership?
By going directly to a higher authority, by bypassing human leadership entirely. I've been studying the most forbidden texts in our archives.
Father, those are dangerous grimoires. The kind of knowledge that can drive men insane. What have you been researching?
The war between heaven and hell has raged since creation. Sometimes direct divine intervention is required. When human agents fail, celestial forces must act.
You're talking about summoning angels? Father, that's beyond our authority. Only the highest saints could attempt such rituals.
And the risk of corruption is enormous. What if the entity intercepts our summoning? We could make things infinitely worse.
I've spent months perfecting the protective barriers, creating communication channels. The Boiled One cannot monitor. This ritual will work, I guarantee it.
What exactly are you proposing, Father? What kind of divine intervention?
Not just any celestial being, the most powerful warrior in Heaven's army, an entity capable of destroying the Boiled One permanently.
You're talking about summoning an Archangel? Michael himself. Father, the energy requirements alone could kill us.
And if we fail, we hand the enemy an even greater victory. They could corrupt an Archangel to their cause. The consequences would be apocalyptic.
Brothers, we are already facing apocalyptic consequences. Humanity is losing this war. Traditional methods have failed completely. Desperate times require desperate measures.
But summoning an Archangel? That goes against every protocol we've been taught. The Church forbids such direct celestial contact.
The Church hierarchy is compromised. We can no longer follow their guidance. We must act independently to save humanity.
What specific entity are you planning to summon? Which celestial warrior?
Not an Archangel, brothers. Something far more powerful.
What is that thing, Father? I've never seen such celestial iconography. Those eyes, there must be hundreds of them.
And those rings, they seem to encompass the entire heavens. What manner of being is this?
This is the seal of the Lord Ophanim, the wheels of God, the most terrifying and powerful servants of the divine.
Lord Ophanim? I've never heard of such entities. Are they mentioned in Scripture?
Father, this is getting into territory I'm not comfortable with. Entities beyond archangels sound dangerously close to blasphemy.
The Ophanim appear in the book of Ezekiel. Their whole body was full of eyes round about, and the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels.
But summoning such a being, the power required would be immense. How could we possibly channel that kind of energy?
Through sacrifice, Maximus. Through the willing offering of a pure soul. Someone must pay the price for divine intervention.
You're talking about human sacrifice. Father, that's absolutely forbidden. We are not pagans or cultists.
This sounds exactly like something the Borgonians would do. How do we know you haven't been corrupted yourself?
Because the sacrifice I speak of is voluntary martyrdom. One soul willingly given to save all humanity, the greatest expression of love and faith possible.
And who would make such a sacrifice? Who could possibly be pure enough for this ritual?
The priest who first allowed the Boiled One to escape, the man whose failure led to this war, the one who must atone for his mistakes.
Father, you can't be serious. You're talking about sacrificing yourself. There must be another way.
We won't let you commit suicide for a desperate gambit. Even if the ritual works, losing you isn't worth it.
My life is a small price to pay for humanity's survival. And the Lord Ophanim will not just defeat the Boiled One, it will purge every trace of corruption from this world.
Every trace? Including the pen soldiers? All the converted civilians?
The divine fire will cleanse all demonic influence. The converted will either be restored to humanity or granted merciful release from their torment.
And the Borgonians? What happens to the cult members?
They will burn, every last one of them. The Lord Ophanim shows no mercy to those who serve darkness.
Father, this is madness. You're talking about unleashing a force beyond our understanding. What if it doesn't stop with our enemies?
What if the divine fire consumes everything, including innocent humans?
The Ophanim serves only righteousness. It will distinguish between the pure and the corrupted. Trust in divine wisdom, brothers.
This is our secret weapon? Summoning a celestial entity that could end the world?
It sounds more like our final desperate gamble. with the fate of all creation hanging in the balance.
It is exactly that, Knight Caesar. Our final desperate gamble, because we have no other options left. Brothers, I know this plan sounds extreme, but you must understand the nature of what we face. The Boiled One is not just another demon.
We've seen its power firsthand, Father. An entire year of warfare has shown us its capabilities, but surely there are other options besides summoning the Ophanim.
What about traditional exorcism rituals? Combined Holy Night Assault with blessed weapons? We've defeated powerful demons before.
Father Benedictus was one of the Vatican's most skilled exorcists. If he couldn't banish this entity, what makes you think we can?
Because the Boiled One exists on a completely different level. It's classified as a greater demon of the first circle. Only 7 such entities have ever manifested on Earth.
7 greater demons? I've never heard of such classifications. What makes them so different from lesser demons?
They possess fragments of primordial chaos energy, power that existed before creation itself. Traditional holy weapons barely scratch their essence.
Then how were the previous greater demons defeated? There must be historical precedent.
If 6 others manifested before, they must have been banished somehow.
4 were defeated by direct Archangel intervention. Michael personally banished 2, Gabriel handled 1, Raphael destroyed another. The 5th required a combined assault by all 3 archangels. This depicts the banishment of Moloch in 847 AD.
Such power and glory. But you said the archangels went extinct? How is that possible?
During the second revelation of the universe, a cosmic event that reshaped the fundamental laws of reality, the archangels sacrificed themselves to prevent total universal collapse.
When did this second revelation occur? And why weren't we taught about it in seminary?
This is knowledge far beyond standard theological education. Father, how do you know these secrets?
The deepest Vatican archives contain records dating back millennia. During my year in hiding, I had access to texts never meant for human eyes, forbidden knowledge that could shatter faith itself.
And what of the 6th greater demon? How was it defeated without archangel intervention?
It wasn't defeated. It's still locked away in the ice caverns beneath Antarctica, contained but not banished, waiting for the day someone breaks its prison.
Dear God, so the Boiled One is only the 2nd greater demon to escape without archangels available.
Which explains why our year of fighting has been so futile. We've been using conventional weapons against cosmic horror.
Precisely, Knight Caesar. But the Lord Ophanim exists on the same power level as the archangels, perhaps even greater, as they serve as God's direct throne guardians.
You mentioned finding the right prayer to summon it. After all this searching, you've discovered the incantation?
Not just discovered, Maximus. I've spent months verifying every syllable, every sacred symbol. The prayer must be perfect or the summoning will fail catastrophically.
What happens if the summoning fails? What are the consequences of imperfect pronunciation?
Failure would tear a hole between dimensions, allowing even worse entities to pour through. We could accidentally trigger the apocalypse.
No pressure at all then. Just the fate of reality hanging on your linguistic precision.
Which is why I've practiced the incantation 10,000 times. Every inflection memorized, every breath calculated. I will not fail in this.
But you mentioned needing our help with a distraction. What exactly do you need us to do?
The Boiled One has made our cathedral its primary stronghold. Thousands of PHN soldiers guard every entrance. Borgonian cultists patrol the perimeter constantly.
How many are we talking about? Because our current forces can barely handle 100-strong patrols.
And we're low on blessed ammunition and holy water. A direct assault would be suicide.
Not a direct assault, brothers. A strategic diversion to draw them away from the cathedral. You'll create multiple false targets simultaneously.
Multiple false targets? How do we convince thousands of enemies to abandon their stronghold?
By threatening something they value more than defensive positions. The Borgonian cult has 3 remaining supply depots, locations where they store artifacts and conduct rituals.
You want us to attack their supply lines, force them to divide their forces to protect multiple locations.
That's brilliant tactical thinking, but also incredibly dangerous for just 3 nights.
This is our target location as of yesterday. The cathedral has been completely corrupted.
The sacred architecture. They've defiled every holy symbol, turned our sanctuary into a fortress of darkness.
Look at the sheer number of pen guards. There must be 3,000 of them just in the courtyard.
And those Borgonian banners hanging from the bell towers. They're celebrating their victory over the church.
Which makes this operation even more critical. We cannot allow them to maintain this stronghold. Every day they control the cathedral, their power grows.
What's the timeline for this operation? How long do we need to maintain the diversion?
The Lord Ophanim summoning ritual requires exactly 17 minutes, from initial prayer to final manifestation. You need to keep the majority of forces occupied for at least 20 minutes.
20 minutes of active combat against overwhelming odds. Father, that's asking us to perform miracles.
We'll need to be incredibly mobile, hit multiple targets rapidly, then disappear before reinforcements arrive.
Exactly the approach I had in mind. Strike fast, cause maximum chaos, fade into the shadows. You're not trying to win decisive battles.
Just create enough noise to draw attention away from you, long enough for the summoning to complete. I can work with those parameters.
What about extraction after the ritual? How do we rendezvous once the Ophanim is summoned?
You don't. The Lord Ophanim's divine fire will consume everything within miles, including me, the Cathedral, and all demonic forces.
And us too, if we're still in the area. This is a suicide mission for everyone involved.
Not suicide, Caesar. Martyrdom for the salvation of humanity, the highest calling a servant of God can achieve.
Father, there must be a way to survive this. Some method of protection against divine fire.
The Ophanim's judgment is absolute. It will distinguish between righteous and corrupt souls. If your hearts are pure, you may be spared.
May be spared? That's not exactly reassuring odds.
But better odds than humanity has if we do nothing. At least this way we die fighting for something meaningful.
Brothers, I won't lie to you about the risks. This operation will likely cost all our lives, but it's the only chance humanity has left.
Then we accept those risks, Father. Better to die as holy knights than live as cowards. When do we begin preparations?
Immediately. I need 48 hours to reach the Cathedral undetected. Your diversionary attacks must begin at precisely 0300 hours Thursday.
That gives us 2 days to plan and position ourselves. What are the specific target locations?
And what kind of resistance should we expect at each depot?
Northern Depot, 400 Pen soldiers, 50 Borgonian cultists. Eastern Depot, 600 Pen soldiers, 75 cultists. Southern Depot, 300 Pen soldiers, 25 cultists, but heavily fortified.
I'll take the Eastern Depot. Largest force concentration means maximum distraction potential.
Northern Depot for me then. Those numbers are more manageable for sustained harassment.
Which leaves me with the Southern Depot. Heavy fortifications will require specialized breach tactics.
Perfect assignments based on your individual strengths. Maximus excels at large-scale engagements. Thaddeus specializes in guerrilla warfare. Caesar is our master of siege operations.
What about communication during the operation? How do we coordinate without revealing our positions?
Emergency beacon transmitters only. Single burst communications to confirm attack initiation. After that, maintain radio silence until mission completion.
And if one of us falls before the 20-minute mark, do the others abort or continue?
We continue regardless. The mission is bigger than any individual life, even if only one knight survives to provide distraction.
Spoken like true warriors of God. This is why I have faith in our success. Your courage will light the way to victory.
What should we call this operation? It deserves a name worthy of its significance.
Operation Golden Rings, named for the divine wheels of the Lord Ophanim, the golden rings that will crush our enemies.
Operation Golden Rings it is. May it be remembered as humanity's finest hour.
Or its final desperate gambit. Either way, we'll give everything we have.
Brothers, it has been an honor serving alongside you. Whether we meet again in this life or the next, know that your sacrifice will save countless innocent souls.
The honor has been ours, Father. Now let us prepare for the most important battle of our lives.
2 days to get into position. 2 days to make peace with God.
And then we give hell itself a fight to remember.
Go now, brothers. Prepare your weapons, purify your souls, and strengthen your faith. Operation Golden Rings begins in 48 hours.
Until victory or martyrdom, Father.
Until the golden rings turn, and divine fire cleanses this corrupted world. God be with you all.
Position Alpha confirmed. Eastern Depot in sight, approximately 600 hostiles visible. Blessed ammunition loaded. Holy barriers activated.
Position Beta confirmed. Northern Depot secured for observation. Enemy patrol patterns mapped. Ready for engagement.
Position Gamma confirmed. Southern Depot fortifications are heavily reinforced, but I've identified structural weak points for breach.
Infiltration point reached. Cathedral perimeter guards focused on your positions. The diversion is already working perfectly.
Father, are you certain about the summoning ritual? Once we begin this operation, there's no turning back.
I have never been more certain of anything in my life. The prayer has been memorized perfectly. Every syllable verified against the ancient texts.
Time check. 0259 hours. 60 seconds until simultaneous engagement.
All systems ready for light beacon activation. May God guide our aim and strengthen our resolve.
Brothers, remember the timing is critical. 17 minutes from initial prayer to full manifestation. I need every second you can give me.
You'll have it, Father. We won't let you down.
30 seconds to engagement. Blessed light charges at maximum power.
15 seconds. Lord, grant us strength for this final battle.
10 seconds. May the Lord Ophanim hear our desperate prayer.
Light beacon activated.
Northern beacon fired.
Southern beacon fired.
I can see all 3 beacons from here. Massive pillars of holy light piercing the darkness. The enemy forces are already mobilizing toward your positions.
The light is drawing them like moths to flame. Hundreds of PHN soldiers abandoning Cathedral perimeter.
Same here. Massive troop movement toward my beacon. The diversion is working better than expected.
Cathedral guards are streaming out to investigate. Father, your infiltration window is now open.
Moving to breach point now. The cathedral doors are unguarded for the first time in months. I'm going inside.
First wave of enemies reaching my position. Opening fire with blessed ammunition. They're falling back but regrouping quickly.
Heavy engagement here as well. 10 soldiers advancing in organized formations. These aren't mindless zombies anymore, they're coordinated troops.
Borgonian cultists leading the assault on my position. They're chanting something in Latin, trying to dispel my holy barriers.
I'm inside the cathedral now. The desecration is beyond description. They've turned the altar into a shrine to the Boiled One.
Second wave incoming. At least 300 more hostiles approaching from the east. I'm falling back to secondary position.
Taking heavy fire here. The enemy has brought some kind of dark magic artillery. My barriers are holding but weakening rapidly.
Breached their outer defenses, but they're throwing everything they have at me. This fortress is better defended than I anticipated.
Brothers, I can hear the battle even from inside. Your courage echoes through these corrupted halls. I've reached the central altar chamber.
Father, how much time do you need? We're taking heavy casualties out here. I don't know how much longer we can maintain this distraction.
The prayer must be spoken in the exact center of the cathedral, where the ley lines converge beneath the altar. I'm positioning myself now.
Enemy reinforcements still pouring in. They're bringing the full garrison to bear against us.
Same situation here, but it means the cathedral is virtually undefended. Your infiltration was perfectly timed, Father.
This is what they've done to our sacred space. The Boiled One's presence saturates every stone.
Dear God, the corruption is complete. How can any prayer penetrate such darkness?
Through sacrifice, Maximus. Through the willing offering of a pure soul. The Lord Ophanim requires payment for its intervention.
Father, please tell me there's another way, some alternative that doesn't require your death.
We fought so hard to reach this point. Losing you feels like losing everything.
Brothers, it has been the greatest honor of my life to serve alongside such courageous warriors. Your faith and dedication have inspired me every day.
Father, no. There must be something else we can do.
The prayer has already begun. The ancient words are flowing from my lips. I can feel the dimensional barriers weakening.
The enemy forces are pulling back. Something has them spooked. They're abandoning their assault positions.
Same here. They're retreating toward the cathedral, but they're moving with panic, not tactical withdrawal.
They can sense what's coming. The Boiled One knows its time is ending, but it's too late to stop the summoning now.
Father, the sky above the cathedral is changing. There are golden lights appearing in the clouds. Something massive is descending.
The Lord Ophanim approaches. I can feel its divine presence pressing against reality. The prayer is almost complete.
Father, when this is over, when the PHN soldiers are freed from the Boiled One's control, what should we do about the remaining Borgonians?
The cultists must be eliminated completely, every last one of them. They cannot be allowed to attempt this again.
Consider it done, Father. We'll hunt down every surviving cult member. This evil ends today.
Brothers, I can see it. The Lord Ophanim is manifesting above the cathedral. Its glory is beyond human comprehension.
Dear God in heaven, the size of that thing, it's like a living constellation.
Those eyes, there must be thousands of them, all focused on the cathedral below.
And those rings of fire, they're spinning with the power of creation itself. I've never witnessed such divine majesty.
The final words of the prayer.
Father, it's been an honor. Your sacrifice will never be forgotten.
Tell the survivors. Tell them a priest named Michaelis loved humanity enough to die for it, and that God's light always conquers the darkness.
Father! Father!
He's gone silent. The communication link is dead.
Look at the cathedral. The Lord Ophanim is charging some kind of weapon. Those rings are spinning faster and faster.
Divine energy is building to incredible levels. I can feel it from miles away. The very air is vibrating with holy power.
Divine strike confirmed. The cathedral is gone, completely vaporized by holy fire.
The Boiled One? I can feel its death scream echoing across dimensions. The ancient evil is finally destroyed.
The Pen soldiers, they're collapsing everywhere. The pale complexion is fading from their skin.
They're becoming human again. Thousands of people staggering to their feet, confused but alive. The curse has been broken.
And look what they're doing to the Borgonians. The freed civilians are turning on their captors. A year of slavery and torment being repaid in full.
The cultists are being torn apart by their former victims. Poetic justice served by the people they oppressed.
No mercy for demon worshippers. This is exactly what Father Michaelis would have wanted.
The Lord Ophanim is ascending back to heaven. Its mission completed perfectly. The world is free.
Brothers, we won. After a year of hell, we actually won.
Father Michaelis' sacrifice saved humanity. His name will be remembered forever as the priest who became a saint.
Saint Michaelis has a nice ring to it. The Holy War is finally over.
What do we do now? How do we help rebuild after such devastation?
We hunt down the remaining Borgonians, every scattered cult cell. every hidden operative, and we make sure this never happens again.
My beloved knights, I pray this message finds you well. The fog has lifted from my mind after so many months of darkness. I can finally think clearly again.
Your Holiness, thank God you've recovered from the entity's influence. We feared you might never be free from its control.
The corruption lasted over a year. How much do you remember from that time?
Father Michaelis discovered your infection early on. It's why he went into hiding for so long.
I remember fragments, like glimpses through a dark veil. The horror of being aware but unable to control my actions. Watching myself betray everything I hold sacred. Sending good priests and knights to their deaths.
Your Holiness, none of that was truly you. The Boiled One corrupted your will. You cannot be held responsible for actions under demonic influence.
Yet the weight of those decisions remains. So many lives lost because I became the enemy's puppet. The ambushes, the failed missions, the strategic betrayals. Without your unwilling service to the entity, we never would have discovered the scope of the corruption. Father Michaelis used that knowledge to plan our victory.
Your infection, horrible as it was, became our advantage. It revealed the enemy's methods and limitations.
Still, I cannot fathom how I was the first to be infected. Beechen's message reached me even before Father Michaelis reported the breach. The entity planned this corruption from the very beginning.
The Boiled One was always cunning. It knew that controlling church leadership would cripple our response. Your corruption was its most strategic victory.
And yet, praise God, it was not enough. Father Michaelis found a way to overcome even that advantage. His sacrifice has saved not just the church, but all of humanity. The moment the Lord Ophanim descended, everything changed in an instant. The Boiled One's death scream echoed across dimensions.
And every pen soldier immediately returned to humanity. A year of cursed existence broken in a single divine strike.
The reports I've received are almost impossible to believe. 17 major cities completely restored. Over 2 million people freed from demonic influence. This was taken in New Haven this morning.
The joy on their faces is indescribable. People who thought they'd lost their humanity forever, now reunited with families they'd been forced to attack.
The healing process will take time. Many still struggle with memories of what they did while corrupted, but at least they have the chance to heal.
And the Borgonians who survived the initial purge are being hunted down by the freed populations. Justice is being served across the world.
As it should be, those cultists chose to serve evil willingly. They deserve no mercy from their former victims. Every surviving Borgonian must be eliminated.
The hunt continues, Your Holiness. We've identified several scattered cells still in hiding, but their numbers dwindle daily.
Good. This evil must be completely eradicated. Never again can humanity face such a threat. Which brings me to the reason for this message. What are your plans for rebuilding, Your Holiness? The church infrastructure was devastated by the war.
Many cathedrals were corrupted or destroyed. It will take decades to restore what was lost.
The physical buildings can be rebuilt with time and effort, but some locations hold special significance now. Places where heroism transcended human limitations.
You're speaking of our cathedral, where Father Michaelis made his ultimate sacrifice.
Indeed, the site where the Lord Ophanim descended to answer our prayer, where a humble priest became something far greater.
What will you call this new cathedral? It deserves a name worthy of such sacred ground.
The Cathedral of Saint Michaelis, the martyr, for the priest who gave his life to save humanity, and who now serves as our newest guardian angel, Saint Michaelis. He always said he was just serving God's will, never seeking glory or recognition.
Which makes him even more deserving of sainthood. True holiness requires humility.
The canonization process has already begun, though in truth, his sainthood was confirmed the moment he summoned the Ophanim. God himself has elevated Father Michaelis to the ranks of angels.
Archangel Michaelis, the protector of humanity against demonic forces. His legend will inspire future generations.
Indeed, Knight Maximus, and you three will be remembered as well. The holy knights who made his sacrifice possible. Your courage in the final battle saved our world. We only did our duty, Your Holiness. Father Michaelis bore the greater burden.
Without his year of research and preparation, our diversionary tactics would have been meaningless.
Humility becomes you, brothers, but history will record the truth. Operation Golden Ring succeeded because of your combined efforts.
Your Holiness honors us beyond our worth. We were simply instruments of divine will.
As was Father Michaelis, as are we all when we serve righteously. But some instruments play more beautiful music than others. What of the future, Your Holiness? How do we prevent such darkness from rising again?
The Boiled One is gone, but other evils remain in the world. We must stay vigilant against supernatural threats.
You are correct to maintain caution. Evil never rests. never ceases its attempts at corruption, but we are stronger now than before. We have learned painful lessons about trust and security.
No more isolated archives housing ancient evils. No more secret knowledge restricted to only a few.
Transparency and preparation will be our watchwords. Multiple redundant safeguards for any supernatural containment. And most importantly, regular testing for demonic corruption,
Even among church leadership, starting with the Holy See itself.
A painful but necessary precaution, given what we've experienced.
I welcome such oversight. My own corruption taught me the dangers of unchecked authority. Never again will the church be vulnerable to such infiltration.
Your Holiness, will you be conducting the cathedral dedication personally when construction is completed?
Nothing would give me greater honor to consecrate the ground where Archangel Michaelis earned his wings, to bless the site where humanity's darkest hour became its greatest triumph.
How long until construction is finished? The design looks incredibly complex.
Worth waiting for, regardless of time required. Some things cannot be rushed.
3 years, God willing. Master craftsmen from across the world have volunteered their services. Artists, architects, sculptors, all want to contribute to this monument. They understand they're building more than a cathedral.
They're building a symbol of hope, proof that light always conquers darkness.
Exactly, Knight Maximus, a testament to the power of faith and sacrifice, where pilgrims will come to remember humanity's greatest victory.
And children will learn the story of Archangel Michaelis, how one priest's courage saved the entire world.
His name will be spoken with reverence for generations, alongside Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael.
Indeed, he has taken his place among the greatest of God's warriors, the defender of humanity against the ancient evils. Archangel Michaelis, patron saint of those who sacrifice for others.
Your Holiness, it has been the greatest privilege to serve during these historic times, to witness the birth of a legend.
The privilege has been mine, faithful knights, to lead warriors of such courage and conviction, to see humanity at its absolute finest.
What are our orders going forward? How do we serve in this new era of peace?
The world still needs protecting, though hopefully from lesser evils than greater demons.
Continue your sacred mission, brothers. Hunt down the remaining Borgonian cells, train new generations of holy knights, and always remember the lessons of this great war.
We will not forget, Your Holiness. The story of Archangel Michaelis will guide our steps.
Then go now with my blessing, servants of the light, protectors of the innocent. The world is safe once more, thanks to your courage. The holy war is ended. Peace has returned to humanity.
Thanks to Archangel Michaelis,